Hello Brigadiers and Brigadettes, this is your captain speaking. Welcome to my channel. Now let's jump into some hockey content. Hello everybody, we'll be talking about Kirill Kaprizov and him possibly leaving the Minnesota Wild today. Before we start, please make sure to like and subscribe. And yes, this guy could be falling for the Minnesota Wild as contract talks have stalled with their prized rookie. The potential Calder winner could eventually theoretically leave and in a surprising fashion go back to the KHL, which is Russia, but also I think Finland's in there as well, one team is. But before we talk about that, let's talk about his season, the stats. Really good rookie year, 27 goals, 24 assists, 51 points. He was first for rookies for goals. He almost had 30 goals in a shortened season, and then he was first for rookies in points as well, I believe. And he looks like he could theoretically be a 30 to 40 plus goal scorer going forward. Now, the only problem with this is the Wild could be losing their best offensive player they've ever had. And I know that seems early to say, but he's looking really good. But maybe he is looking for a way out, and we'll talk about that. It's not going to be a crazy long video today, but we'll talk about it. There's not too much really going on in this story. I think a big thing to talk about is that Kaprizov, could be looking to get a big payday in a few years. That's why the contract talks have stalled. And from what we actually do know, he doesn't want a longer deal. The Wild have apparently given him, or want to give him, a projected 8-year max deal, while Kirill wants a deal that would make him a free agent around the 2024 time span. Why 2024, I don't know, but it does seem like he wants to give the Wild a little bit of time to build a juggernaut, from what the Athletic said. So that could be a big reason. Also, I know you got the Olympics going on around then. Seems like he wants to play in the Olympics. I don't know how that's going to all work. But there is another suitor for Kaprizov, and that could kind of realistically go to CSKA Moscow, which is his old KHL team. And they're really the only other suitor, as they have his KHL rights. Minnesota has his NHL rights. And from what I've heard, they are the richest KHL team. I don't know much about the KHL. I know there's a few teams. I know it's got like 18 teams, something like that. But there are a lot of benefits for him going back there. It is his home country. You can play the Olympics. You will probably get paid less, obviously, but it's CSKA. I keep adding a double A there, not sure why, but CSKA Moscow would probably be able to give him decent compensation, and it doesn't seem like money is the end-all be-all for him. However, in all likelihood, I'm going to say that I think the Wild will have a really good chance of keeping him, but probably only to a 3-year deal if he wants to be a UFA by the end of this. And still, 3 years of Kaprizov is better than no Kaprizov. So, especially since he almost averaged a point per game, you might as well just get him on that 3-year deal if you can't get him to that long-term extension. I mean, as a rookie, he had 51 points in 55 games played. He almost averaged a point per game. So that's a big storyline there. And then finally, remember, the Wild kind of shot themselves in the foot in this situation. They didn't get him on a traditional 3-year entry-level deal. Kirill only signed a 2-year deal, but then they burned a year because they tried to get him over here for the playoffs. He couldn't play in the playoffs, and it backfired pretty tremendously there. But it is what it is. And, they did get into the playoffs this year, and they look promising. Get him signed, get him on here. And that's going to wrap it up. Again, please make sure to like and subscribe. Everybody stay safe, have a great day, and stay away from COVID, alright? Goodbye, Brigadiers and Brigadettes. This is your captain signing off. Have a great night.